Hi guys, so today I am making my most favorite Hyderabadi dish. It's the time of the lockdown, Ramzan is on and there is no place selling halim. So what do you do in such case? You make the halim. So after 5 years of waiting and never having tried this recipe because I have heard it's crazy, it's time consuming, you take a lot of effort, I'm gonna try to make halim today. I'm going by quite a few recipes, so let's see how this comes out. So that's the urad dal, that is the wheat, and some chana dal, all soaked for 4 hours in double the water. 1 kg of mutton, rinsed and washed thoroughly. The spices, you have cloves, cinnamon, cardamom, salt, ginger garlic paste, cashew nut, garam masala powder, coriander powder, pepper, garam masala, haldi and red chili powder, and some mint and chilies, some fried onions for the garnish. To start the process, we add a little ghee. Next up goes the mutton. Now to this meat we add some cinnamon, black pepper, cloves and elaichi. This will give a lot of flavor to the meat. We add some water to this mutton and give it a couple of whistles in the cooker to make it super soft and tender. In the traditional recipes, they cook this for hours together and then pound it with the hand to make it soft and break down the meat. But today we are going to give it a nice swirl in the mixer. Now that's the consistency I was looking for and it smells amazing. Now the next step is to make the dal and the lentil mix. So we take the broken wheat, some urad dal, chana dal, cook this again in the pressure cooker and make it a slurry which will be added with the meat and then cooked to make the final halim. And the lentil mix is ready. Now the final step is to mix all the meat, the lentil, broken wheat, chana dal, etc. with the masalas, the spices, the coriander, the chilies, the onions and ghee and let it simmer and simmer for a while. So now we add the mix of lentils and broken wheat to this mixture. Some ghee, some jeera powder, some red chili powder, haldi, garam masala, coriander powder and some ginger garlic paste. So that's the mix with the masalas and all. Now we add some green chilies, some coriander and mint. We have to cook this for a while, so I'm gonna add some mutton stock that we had used to boil the mutton. And now is when the real process starts. So all this mash has to cook for about an hour for all of it to come together and get that nice rich halim texture. And you cannot have halim without the nice fried onions. So now I can already see it sticking to the bottom of the cooker and it's on high, so it needs a little bit of stirring, but it also needs to rest for that brown color that we see in the halim. I still can't believe that I am making halim and it's taken me about 5 years of staying in Hyderabad to make this recipe at home. But then it's the lockdown situation. This step is called the final ghotna. This is where the meat, the dal, the flavors, everything comes together, almost heating it up to max and then making this happen. They say the toughest part about getting a halim right is getting the fibrous part and the strands distinctively with the meat and the lentil mix. I think I got that perfectly. Look at these strands. Yeah, see? You can see the pieces of lentils as well. You can see the fibrous meaty bits. the greens, and it's all come together beautifully. And now for the final garnish, we add some mint, some fried onions, in go the dry fruits, a generous amount of ghee, and a dash of lime. Now we mix it all up because that's how you eat it. I still can't get over the strands. It's so beautiful.